Hello, I'm BX Toycat, and welcome back to another video. A lot of features in Minecraft make quite a bit of logical sense. You look at them, you're like, oh yeah, that does actually kind of work out that way. And, this is because they're based on real-world features a lot of the time, such as a lot of the blocks, such as most of the foliage, such as a lot of the biomes, and even the mobs, at the very least, are based on real-life fears, such as skeletons, zombies, all these sorts of things. They're things we fear in real life when they come in movies, and all these sorts of things. So why am I mentioning that? It's because there's a lot of things in Minecraft that we just don't kind of question exactly why they're so weird, but yeah, they make no sense at all, such as the giant green monster that explodes when you when you get too close to it, and just all these bizarre little facts. I thought it'd be cool to go through 5 super weird mob facts with you all in today's video. Hopefully you do enjoy the video. If you do, please do like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like it. I want to see more slightly bizarre stuff like this. But yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? And rather than starting with the giant green bizarrely shaped monster, instead I think we'd start with the witch, because the witch is of course a mob everyone knows, and it's one of the cool ideas for ones, because oh yeah, why don't we have a mob that throws potions instead of does physical damage? And it is a pretty cool thing that way. And as a lot of you are familiar, the witch actually does of course the witch is a female, and the witch is vaguely based on the villager. Some of you might not have known is the official explanation for how the witch comes about is when a villager is struck by lightning, it turns into a witch. And this raises some bizarre questions by itself. One, why does lightning make them take up a path of potion hoods and let them brew and stuff like that? But two, how does it change their gender? Because if you look at a villager, you can see this is clearly either a male or at least gender neutral, whereas if you look at a witch, they are clearly a female. And second of all, where does the hat come from? How does that happen? So yeah, somehow when a villager is struck by lightning, they get a bizarre hat, they change gender, and they also gain the ability to brew potions on the go, an ability that Steve or Alex or whatever doesn't even have. And this makes me question, if you're playing as the Steve skin and you're hit by lightning, should you change into Alex? I mean, logically you probably should, right? And yeah, that's that right there. So that's my first little bizarre fact about the mobs. It's to do with the just really the nonsensical the witch right there. So let's move on from this to the second one here, which is actually to do with the chickens, or should I say the ducks. So the thing about chickens in Minecraft is, a lot of people just associate this as being kind of like a chicken, but have you ever looked at a chicken in real life? There's not really too many similarities between these and a chicken, besides of course the big red thing, which is by the way only found on male chickens, and they all lay eggs, which means they're not male chickens. But where it gets more confusing than this is they actually look way more like ducks, especially when they're in the water. You can see they look a massive amount like a duck, and this gets even more confusing if we switch texture packs. Let's go to the natural texture pack, and let's show you why this is a little bit more confusing than even that. Okay, so here we are now in the city texture pack. I got it mixed up with the natural texture pack, but still, if you look at this thing right here, as you can clearly see, these chickens are not chickens in any way. In fact, they're the most common type of duck, as far as I know, the mallard duck. And as you can see, there is no doubt about what these mobs are. And the thing about it is there's no real confirmation that they're chickens besides the chicken spawn egg and the fact that when you kill them, you get chickens. Because even the eggs that these things drop are just called eggs. They're not called chicken eggs. And when you throw them, you of course get, what's going to be another one of these little duck things. And it just makes you question, like, are chickens chickens? I don't think they are. I don't think chickens really should be called chickens at all. I think they should just be called general bird or like water bird or something, because they're clearly not based on a chicken, but they're not even entirely a duck either. So yeah, chickens aren't even chickens, but they're not even ducks either, and it just confuses me. So yeah, that is the second weird fact about mobs that you might have known. These ducks are pretty darn weird. So let's move on from here to the third one, which involves, I guess, respawning the stuff because it somehow despawned. Because yeah, basically what you might already know, because it's kind of the only way to get these music in survival. Also, aren't creepers just wacky in this texture pack? Okay, so yeah, he's not much monster here. He's actually a thing. So we're going to have to attack really slowly once, attack slowly twice, and then go back out, and then punch once. Pro tip if you want to do this, by the way, punch if you hit a creeper with a diamond sword twice, then punch him 3 times, then get him killed by a skeleton. As you all probably know, geez, that's a terrifying skeleton. All we have to do now is get the skeleton to hit the creeper, and as soon as it happens, which we can actually do from the other side, I think, so let's just get over to here and wait for the skeleton to hit. Can we do it? Okay, so yeah, now as soon as the skeleton hits the creeper, which will eventually happen because it's so hard to hit me without hitting the creeper, then yeah, so very close. Obviously, when the creeper is killed by a skeleton, it drops a music disc. I feel like I have to show that to you because it doesn't sound like it makes any sense otherwise. So in this texture pack, the music disc is apparently this thing. But yeah, you get a music disc whenever you. Oh, it's like a MP3 player or something. That's kind of clever. But yeah, whenever a skeleton kills a creeper with an arrow, it has to do the final blow. You get a music disc from it, and that's the most bizarre little thing in the game. Because, again, if we ignore the fact that creepers are giant green, bizarrely shaped monsters, let's say, even if we ignore that whole thing, why does them being killed by a skeleton make them drop a music disc? Because this means that they have a music disc on them the whole time, but it only activates when activated by a skeleton, when an arrow, and it's not even just an arrow, it's by a skeleton arrow. If you kill them with an arrow, it doesn't work too. And it's just one of those super bizarre facts about the game that makes me go, why? Do you really like blocks, Mr. Creeper? Does every creeper have their own favorite music track that's only brought on them by the skeletons? That makes no sense. But either does any other theory you can come up with. And that is why skeletons and creepers, their interactions are super bizarre in general. And indeed, yeah, skeletons kind of weird enough, but when you get with creepers, it just makes no sense whatsoever. So I'm going to stay away from the skeleton because he wants to kill me right now. And we're instead going to move over to our simulated swamp. Do you like it? It took me a lot of effort, as you can tell, because I wanted to spawn in a slime, a big slime, not a cute little slime. I want to spawn in a slime, just to kind of talk about how slimes are the most bizarre mob. Again, most mobs in Minecraft are based on real human fears or some big, genuine mob. But slimes are a mob which just don't really make any sense to me. I guess they're blocky, so you could say they're the most Minecrafty of the mobs. But again, what is the logic behind these things? Because it's not even just that they're big green gelatinous blobs that somehow spawn and do stuff. It's that they're big green gelatinous blobs that spawn, split into smaller parts when they die, rather than actually dying, and then only spawn in certain places. That's right, they only spawn in slime-specific chunks. So just random parts of the world will spawn these and random parts won't. And obviously there's also the swamp thing. Why do they spawn at the full moon? Are these like werewolves of the Minecraft world? None of that's ever explained, and that's why one of the weirdest features in Minecraft has to be the slime. And the magma cube too. I mean, why is there another version of it as well? Is it in Minecraft, should there just be a blocky mob? Why is there only one? These are questions I guess I'm never going to get an answer to. But yeah, I thought that would be something that's kind of bizarre right here. So let's move on from this one and all the little green slime chunks that are following us over to a different world, because I need to go to the end, and there's a lot of ender dragons in this one. So yeah, let's switch over. So we're here in the end for the final mob fact that's super weird and that maybe makes us the monsters and not the Ender Dragon, although the Ender Dragon is also a monster, because it's to do with killing the Ender Dragon. So obviously we all know how this works. You take out the things, you take out its health bar, and then it kind of explodes into lots of different pieces, which is kind of, I don't know, sad when you look at it like we just killed that and we're like, yeah, it's a boss, it's fine. But the weirdest bit about killing the Ender Dragon to me is not the fact that there's a dragon in this whole own dimension, which makes, it's obviously not a real world thing, it's a suspending disbelief, but then when you kill the dragon, why does it drop an egg? I mean, if it had a baby with it the whole time, why would it only drop when it dies? And second of all, if the Ender Dragon is a mother, aren't we really the monsters for killing it? Because, I don't know. I feel like in nature, most of the time when you kill something that's a mother, you should feel like a bit of a monster. But yet we do this every single day in Minecraft, hundreds of times a day. And that's just something I guess we should really question. So, yeah, also I guess, why does killing the Ender Dragon open the end portal? Am I asking too many questions here? Is that what's going on? But yeah, super, super bizarre just in general end experience. None of it really makes too much sense, and it's just kind of a weird thing in general. And now I've broken the only End Dragon egg in the world. Does that make me a monster now? I don't even know. So, yeah, that's the fifth bizarre fact about mobs. We kill the Ender Dragon every day, and it's an okay thing. Why is that a thing? I don't even know. But yeah, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. If you did like it, please do like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. I know this was a very different type of video, and it's mainly me just being like, Minecraft, why are you so weird? Hopefully you did all enjoy it. If you do, let me know. If you didn't, let me know also, because I can work with that too. And besides that, I hope you all enjoyed it, because I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. It's a really depressing world because my bed's missing. But yeah, goodbye.